husband's name was Robert Kempe. He was amazing. He was really funny and smart. We met when we were in our 20s, and I just knew the night that we talked for the first time that I was meant to follow that relationship through. My name is Barbara, and I'm one of the lucky ones. It was 15 years and 2 children. My oldest daughter is Maeve, she's 11, and my younger daughter is Saoirse. We call her Cece, and she's 10. We met at a party on a roof in Brooklyn. He knew a lot of stuff that I thought I was the only one who liked or knew about. He was talking to this woman about Might magazine that is now famous, and she had no idea what he was talking about, but I read every issue, so I just had I know what that magazine is. And then he immediately turned his back on her and was just like, really? And we talked for the rest of the night. I'm just really a dry person. I say very obvious things, but maybe absurd things, but I don't say them like I'm making a joke, I just say them. And he would go with it. He would often say the next obvious absurd thing to my absurd thing, and then we'd crack each other up. One of my favorite things in life was being able to make him laugh. He liked my sense of humor. A lot of people don't get it. It's one of the things I miss most about him. His glasses were like his signature. In fact, I have a pair of his glasses in the pocket of one of my jackets that I just keep. The thing with Robert was that he was a big storyteller. He loved to entertain people. He moved to New York to be a musical theater actor. Robert could sing like crazy. He was like the karaoke master. He loved to do Neil Diamond at karaoke. Especially Cracklin' Rosie was his signature karaoke song. He liked to make up songs and sing them to me with his new lyrics. There were things that were more his that he introduced me to. An example of one of those things would be anything by Stephen Sondheim, specifically Company. He really felt like he identified most with that particular show, and after he met me, he had this whole sort of epiphany that he didn't have to be weird and alone. He could be weird with someone else weird.
Someone to need you too much, someone to know you too well.
You know, it's only been 2 years, and while I thought that I would somehow be farther along in my healing than I actually am, I'm okay, but there are definitely some things about more our recent past that I just don't really remember yet. Robert was diagnosed with lymphoma in August of 2012, and we were told that he had about an 80 or so % chance of being completely cancer-free. After his second chemo treatment in October, he had a fever, so he went into the hospital. He was in the hospital for over a week. His blood pressure just crashed. He just wasn't able to breathe on his own. I left him at about 9:30 that night. He was okay. We talked. We made jokes about the girls. We said goodbye. I came back at 8:30 the next morning, and he was already intubated. And then that day, just sort of systematically, things started shutting down. By that night, it was pretty clear that he was not going to make it. I did the DNR, and they shut everything off. I actually didn't stay with him. His brother and my sister actually went in and sat with him. I couldn't, and I know why I couldn't. It was because that's not what I wanted to remember. I wanted to remember him alive and talking to me. One of the qualities that our relationship had that made it unique was I really felt like it was a true natural partnership. Over time, we just kind of went into the roles that we had, and they just really complemented each other. He had a really great knack for knowing what I needed and what would support me, and I would guess that I had the same. and it really just worked nicely as a friendship that was also a marriage and a family.